Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on YouTube, join our cult.
Can't tell if that was sassy. Like, you need to put your phone down before I start singing this.
That was completely sass-filled. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast, joined by Ross
Well
on
done.
Wrestling. Yeah.
Got it right.
Mr. Ross on Wrestling.
Yes. This is Sam Drivers out there. Is that how it works?
Is that you doing this pose as well, where you're like, look.
Just showing off my ring, you know.
This, Maffew.
Yeah, this 50 pence thing from Amazon. That's not even a full ring. It's like it's a band.
Oh, that looks like it could nip.
It does nip.
Oof.
You're really ruining the whole thing of
I'm actually just really strong. I've just snapped this
My
fully
God.
24 karat gold ring. I'm going to make it into a straight line. Ah! How are you, Maffew?
Jack.
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm mint. I found this gorilla.
I regret doing that now. I have to put that down there. I put hand cream on just before I came into my hands.
Oh, that's why. That's giving you strength.
Yes.
Aye. Well, you need hand cream if you're watching this podcast, right, lads? So, it's been a good week. I saw John Wick 3.
You saw John Wick 3, yeah?
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah?
Very dumb, very stupid.
I've not seen any of the John Wicks.
If you love dogs biting dicks, this is the film for you, because there's a 5-minute sequence, so that's all that happens.
I'm familiar with Wicks, the advert. Wicks. No?
Get your laminate fluid at Wicks.
Wicks.
Great. John Wick is the guy, Keanu Reeves, assassin.
Right, yeah, no, I'm familiar with it. I just have never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me neither. Shock and horror. I've never seen a film.
Oh. Okay, that was me trying to be all cool with pop culture. Well, I can tell it's going anywhere.
E3's been on.
E3?
I've got a quick bone to pick with E3 before we talk about wrestling.
Please
right?
pick the bones.
I'm not well into... I don't know much about, like gaming culture and stuff, but, like how there's a gaming fan base who act quite a lot like wrestling fan bases do, as in, like...
they're all horrible.
Something will happen and they'll go, what? It's rubbish.
Yeah.
So I saw everyone go mental on Twitter because they were happy, and it was just loads of images of Banjo-Kazooie. I was like, oh my God, there's a new Banjo-Kazooie game. No, there's not. They're just playable characters in Smash Brothers. Get out. Why is everyone so happy about a playable character?
Because it's Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but would you not rather... I thought it was a new Banjo-Kazooie game.
No, that's a bit complicated because... Yeah, why isn't there being one? Well, Microsoft owns the IP, but they still haven't used them. I think they are going to use them in the future.
I just love that.
Yeah, anyway, it's going to get very tedious and boring, but for the same reasons we can't call ourselves what culture, you know?
For the same reason.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's pretty much not the same reason, all right.
What culture, ooey. Yeah, it works.
No, it doesn't.
Because Banjo-Kazooie.
I got it.
And then the sequel was Banjo-Tooie.
I got it.
And if they were going to do it, they were going to call it Banjo 3, so maybe I was glad they didn't do that one.
So yeah, that was my bone to pick with the Nintendo community.
I was happy with E3 because FIFA Street got announced as coming back. FIFA Street, ha ha!
I didn't even see that, really.
FIFA Street,
No.
hey hey!
It's not actually back.
Is it not?
It's part of FIFA 20.
Part of like a...
What the hell's that? It's got a name with a V.
Volta.
Volta. Oh,
Volta's in it. Yeah, dude.
aye. As long as it banishes the memory of that one they brought out like 7 years ago because that was awful. The PS2 one's where it's at.
I like that, but I preferred NBA Street.
Yes.
Those were fun.
Oh my
Never
God.
played it.
NBA Street was the boy.
Because the commentator was like, close, but not close enough. Yeah. Good times. Video games. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is happening.
No, it's not.
In Smash Brothers.
Right.
So you have to... So if you like
It's like-
Banjo-Kazooie,
it's like-
you have to buy a Switch
it's like
and then get Smash Brothers and then buy a DLC.
It's like the WWE ECW brand rather than ECW coming back. Banjo-Kazooie's
That is
ECW.
nothing like that,
Oh, right,
but
okay.
good attempt,
Cheers.
Jack.
I don't know why you talk
realised I was the target audience for this.
Yeah.
And then someone put a good tweet out saying, oh, will Banjo-Kazooie be allowed to be played in tournaments? And it was like, well, yeah, of course. The only people excited by this are 30-years-olds, and none of them are winning tournaments in Smash Brothers.
12-year-old now.
Exactly. They don't know who Banjo or Kazooie are. Moving on to wrestling.
But
That
when
thing
the
we still need
Smash
to talk
Brothers
about-
like
go on.
renamed the Dark Nation earlier this week, wrestling and gaming joke combined.
Wow, that was good, that, actually, yeah.
Bit of a kinky promo, wasn't it? With their minions rubbing
Rubbing him.
his cycle shorts.
Yeah.
They are a nice thing to touch, that
Player,
cycling shorts.
Player Dose reminds me of Sami Zayn for some reason. Body-wise. I think he's got a bit of a beard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying all Canadians look the same.
No, is he Canadian? Oh, they're both French-Canadian, aren't they?
Exactly.
They're like Kevin Owens.
And there's no Canada like French Canada. It's
The
the best
Smash-
Canada in the land.
The Smash Brothers are just Owens and Zayn. I know they've been around for a similar amount of time, but
They have.
yeah.
But they're not called the Smash Brothers.
No.
The Dark Order, sorry.
The Dark Order.
The Dark Order,
The
not
Dark
the Dark
Order.
Nation.
Smash Brothers Street. Anyway, talk about wrestling. Goldberg, Undertaker, yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Happy days are here again.
Well, for you,
No, you cannot be happy after watching that.
I was sad after watching it.
I was happy going into it thinking, oh, what the hell's going to happen here? And then what happened actually happened, and it just got sadder and sadder and sadder as the match went on.
Aye.
See, for a while I used to be like, oh, well, both guys gave their all. It's all about, wrestling. But nah, I'm happy when things go wrong in wrestling. And this was...
The legacies, Maffew, are gone.
What?
I don't think the legacy.
Yeah, Rhodes and DiBiase have been gone for ages. This is birthday, Christmas, and Shrove Tuesday, all wrapped up into one. And yeah, people were like, Jericho was like, hey, both men gave it their best. I'm like, yeah, and we're paid like 6 figures, so...
That's true. That is
JBL had
true.
the best take. He was like, all the negative reactions misguided.
Why?
We should have just enjoyed seeing these two legends going at it in the ring, apparently, according to JBL. We should have enjoyed seeing Goldberg and Undertaker trying to behead each other in Cheddar, Saudi Arabia.
So WWE employee JBL said, shut up, complained.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Matt Riddle clearly
Oh,
enjoyed it
my
as much
God.
as
Sad
everybody
he
else did.
deleted the first one.
He
Where he
did,
called Goldberg the worst
You are
wrestler
the
in the
worst
history of the
wrestler,
business.
bro. And then somebody downloaded it and put it back online.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
arm drag. Oh, what was he laughing at? The leg
Knee
lock
bar.
or something? Knee
The
bar.
knee bar. And it
Oh,
was
knee
just
bar.
like, sit down, you're all right, Undertaker, how's things? How's the family? And then Riddle clearly, I don't know, I may be under the influence of drugs. I don't want to report that though. That's
No.
just ridiculous. That is
He had to stop.
hearsay. Because then somebody uploaded a video of
Lacey Evans.
Yeah, Lacey Evans taking the Bailey to Bailey. And
Not
someone
really.
said she sandbagged. Yeah, so she sandbagged there. She went up and then down. And yeah, Riddle said, "Oh, she must have seen Super ShowDown." rather like his mom, he was on fire.
He was, yeah.
I think we've pretty much discussed Saudi Arabia to death.
I mean,
I've
there
had
was
the journalist
nothing
over
to
there.
discuss apart from bloody that final match, wasn't there?
Oh, well, Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns.
Oh,
we'll talk
Shane
about
McMahon
Shane
did beat
later
Roman
on.
Reigns.
Oh,
yeah.
goody.
Well, I'm
That's
sure
all we
we'll-
want in this podcast.
We'll talk about Shane later on.
Oh,
'cause
see,
he-
no, come back. Don't
There's
get
a
us
horror. We
going.
might as well just do it now. It's in the news, kind of. The
Wait.
same Twitter account that correctly reported or predicted, I don't know what the right word to use is there, Mansoor winning the Battle Royal, and the same Twitter account that just about got everything right for the Universal Championship,
The plane, the 24/7.
the cash in and everything. They got all these things right
Yeah.
before that happened last week.
Wrestle Votes.
Which Twitter account is it?
Wrestle Votes.
Is it Wrestle
I
Votes?
think it's Wrestle Votes.
They have also
It's not
claimed.
Slice.
They have also
I was
claimed.
gonna say, don't say it's Slice. Come on.
They've also claimed that their sources. I don't know if they were joking or not, but Shane McMahon could be in line to take the WWE Championship off Kofi Kingston.
So they said that their source, and this is just his opinion, could see it happening. Which,
Wait,
well,
it's
I mean,
opinion, so it's not a rumor.
yeah, but like,
The opinion of a Twitter account is
No. This Twitter account,
I'm
which
not
has
liking
got
how journalism's
this
turning.
Twitter account, which Ross just spent a minute telling you has got everything right.
I
recently.
I had to say that, otherwise it's just nothing, is it?
Yeah, has
Still
said
saying
that they so it clearly
Please
means
go on.
they've got some sort of source.
Tomato sauce.
So it means they've clearly got some sort of source.
They've got a source in WWE
and
there
because
was
they've got all this
predicted
stuff right,
things, yeah.
and they think that they're so you're not even listening. So what's the point?
I'm going, Jack.
No, you're not. You're being a dickhead.
No, I'm going,
Let's
no,
have a fight.
This is passive listening.
No,
I'm going,
so-
yes.
So
You're right. Go on.
do you want to calm down? Do you want to stand at the corner of the classroom?
No, sir. I'll be
So they've got a source who is like one. Well, they seem to suggest that his opinion, this guy who's in WWE, could see it happening. So
It's on the table, Maffew.
it means that the atmosphere backstage is conducive to this thought forming in his brain. And it makes sense because Shane McMahon's the top heel in WWE. At the
Shane
minute.
McMahon took Roman Reigns to a competitive match on a show that is equivalent to or better than WrestleMania.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I didn't say which WrestleMania though.
Not since Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania have I seen such a dominant victory over Roman Reigns. He wasn't just. I know that Drew got the final shot in or whatever, but he
before
dominated
you
him.
take that out, and then it was just it was two evenly matched wrestlers having a
Right.
good, a wrestling match. I say good wrestling.
And I
match.
think that Shane had the better of it. He was dominating Roman Reigns. It was awful.
The best part is, I think you pointed it out, is the fact he never takes a bump off one of Roman Reigns' punches. Refuses to go down, apart from the last one that led to the finish of the match.
Roman does his big, not his Superman punch, but sometimes it is a Superman punch,
Yeah.
or Roman's got great punches,
The uppercut.
and
It's like Kane.
and he comes in, and Shane goes, and just stands, yeah. But he doesn't fall.
Yeah, I think you're all right, and I think everyone else has gone. Yeah, it's okay when you get a guy like who's like the Miz, who's like, I'm the best ever, me, and then is a it doesn't back up in the ring. That's a funny character. We've got Ginny on NXT UK who's got Jazzy Galbert as a big up. It's like, yeah, look how big I am. It's
Right.
not as heavy. Shane McMahon shows up and is able to take on Roman Reigns single-handedly. And then Drew McIntyre does a move, but you go, even if you weren't there, Drew, there was a good chance you were going to win.
Yeah.
The thing is, it would have worked if you just... Because he's had all these high-profile matches against all these high-profile wrestlers where he clearly thought that he is, before he won the trophy, the best in the world, and he can go toe-to-toe like The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. But he loses every time, so it sort of works that he's a delusional McMahon.
Right.
Yeah.
But now...
Yeah, right.
But the joke's gone too far.
the jokes, they've forgotten the joke. They go, all right. Oh, we need this to be competitive and long, so you need to go 15 minutes with Roman Reigns. It's like,
all credit to him. He's done a few kickboxing classes. He's in wonderful shape for for any age, quite frankly. But he's still with his shirt off. But now he is legitimately in kayfabe at least one of, if not the best wrestler in WWE today.
Yeah.
he's worked himself into a shoot. He is the best in the world.
He has. And he's unquestionably the top heel in Raw and
By
SmackDown at the
default.
minute. He's the top
Oh,
heel.
God.
It's either him or Baron Corbin.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I can't wait for All Elite Wrestling.
In completely unrelated news, Raw dipped to under 2 million this week. Anyway, Lesnar apparently done with UFC. Oh, I've not heard anything about this.
Dana White came out and said he's done. They tried to work out a deal, but apparently Brock's got a deal with Vince McMahon coming up, so UFC's done for Brock. So he's sticking around forevermore.
Some sort of money-related issue.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Or maybe UFC wouldn't bring in the Boombox thing. I forgot its official title. That fell flat on its arse. Let's move on. Brock Party.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was the one thing. On a boombox. No. If we give you a boombox, we have to give you a boombox to everybody. Right? Sasha Banks likes a tweet. God, the news this week. Likes a tweet that was anti-WWE.
Yeah, Raw and SmackDown saying they were pish recently, basically, and she liked it.
Everyone's...
Pyong, pyong.
There's multiple of these every week now.
Yeah.
Wrestlers just do what they want. Just tweet what they want.
You look at, because I saw Drake Maverick tweeting about EC3 before, and there was just like a nice message about being his best man at his wedding or something. And the final line was, at least he'll be able to speak now. Like every single tweet from every single wrestler has a little dig at WWE for some reason, even when it's got nothing to do with
I
that.
was saying to Adam as well, if Shane does win the title, and I don't think WWE is a juggernaut and it's got so much money behind it, but if there were to be a death of WWE, that would be like a finger poke of doom moment. That Shane winning the belt.
That'll be the final straw for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so.
Me included, if it wasn't my job.
I'd love it. I would want it to happen. I want to see what happens.
Oh no!
I like we have
Do
to
you
say,
know kind
like,
of what it-
hypothetically, if we were to stop watching wrestling, this would work.
Would you not like to see Shane win it? Just
Yeah,
to see,
sure.
just to see
Hey,
what happens.
I was happy
next.
when Goldberg wrestled Undertaker. I'll be happy with Shane McMahon
Oh
wins the
my!
title.
It's the way they're going to make Brock Lesnar's cash in work, isn't it?
on Shane straight
Shane.
after he's won it.
Oh, if it ends with Brock giving him an F5 through the roof
No, because-
with the boombox and says,
Shane will
"Screw
beat
you,
him, man.
Dana White."
Shane
and
will
pins
beat him.
Yeah, Shane will be him. Even if they did that, even if they did that, it would forever.
my God.
It would forever be in the history books that Shane McMahon was WWE champion, and him and Vince will probably be the first father-son duo
Well, this is the thing. People have been comparing
What,
it to
the rear?
Vince.
to win
the
that title.
Yeah.
They would be the first father-son. I think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless David
You get me thinking
Sammartino
now.
had a pin.
Remember the big Daves were on?
I've seen a few people comparing it to Vince winning the WWE title back in the day, though, but it's very different.
Which
Yeah.
he shouldn't have done.
We shouldn't, but it wasn't. as
Shane
bad.
is going to win it on merit rather than just by poo-housery to keep
Yeah.
it PG.
That needs to be the real term for that now. I've been waiting for that. What else? Sean Spears signs with AEW, which I swear happened a few months
But
ago.
it's important to note that Sasha Banks was apparently filming 2K20 content
Oh,
on Monday or Tuesday, so she's not leaving. She's just being a bit sassy and having a nice holiday.
Sassy.
Sassy Banks.
so she.
That's a new gimmick name which comes back. Yeah, the former Ty Dillinger signs with AEW, which, yeah.
I've not seen the promo package yet, but apparently Cody calls him a good hand, which is exactly what you want to hear from your boss when you're a wrestler.
And also,
He's a good hand, him.
I think
He's
he,
not Jeremy Beadle.
I think he. Hey.
Little hand.
I think he implies as well that that he's gonna he sees him in like a training role further in the near future or the future.
That's going to be interesting. 'Cause he's opening a new wrestling school anyway with Tyler Breeze.
There's one WWE superstar, one AEW wrestler running a school together.
Vince Russo was right, wasn't he?
Do you think all the guys who go, yeah, could go the AEW bit?
One side of the ring's all cool and like dark, and the other side's like glitzy.
It's
and
like
WWE.
Virgil Superstar. No, come on, guys. Hello. Shane McMahon become Super J Cup to take place in America for the first time.
Oh, hey, we were at Super J Cup. Do you remember?
The British.
The one RevPro one.
Yeah,
The one that Phantasma won.
Yes.
Yes. Where's it taking place, sorry?
America. That's all it says.
Sorry. I didn't
Somewhere in USA.
Didn't mean to throw anyone
thought you
under the
would have
bus there. I'm sorry.
No, it's actually first time reading this, but I did see Dominion.
Oh.
Yeah. Went out the night out with you. Had many Fireball whiskies.
What? No, what?
And then you, oh, no, you didn't. And then you showed up here and you were swearing effing and blind on the stream. Thanks to...
I wasn't swearing anything and blinding.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had more fun watching that than I had done watching WWE in ages because there were people there that I watch New Japan with when they're in the area. So I watch it with them. They explain everything to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I mean, it was... One of the matches was grim. Naito and Ibushi.
I didn't enjoy watching that.
No,
one.
same. And I'm normally quite good at separating things. I'll worry about this after the match.
It's just stupid, isn't it?
Aye.
Just two stupid men.
I think I think the one on the really bad one when he clipped his head on the apron.
Yeah.
I think that was an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how
somebody-
was it supposed to go?
But
Somebody showed who did it. It was in New Japan again. Somebody did it correctly, where the guy taking the move like just does a flip and lands on his feet on the floor, and then just goes oh. But he caught his head on the way down, so it went a bit tits up.
Also, like there were a million spots in that match, which was just drop them on the head. And there was a move that Naito did right at the end. It was just like his second last move before he pinned him, which I think he only must do it irregularly, but it's called Valentia or something. He does one called Gloria, which is a bit different, and he does one called Destino, but he's got this one Valencia, which is, it just seems to be, he just picks him up and it looks like a botch back suplex. He just goes and just drops him on his head. I was like, and the commentators didn't go like, ooh, they were like, Valencia, and I was like, oh, so he hit it properly then? He just dropped him on his head. It was, it was grim.
It's bad when you're watching the Ospreay match going, wow, Ospreay's the safe
Yeah.
guy.
That match, the degree of difficulty both men had to do, like on some of the spots, and they just nailed everything. I was like, this is outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous. You know the one where he does his, what's it called? The handspring and then into a somersault over is that the Sasuke special? Was that the space flying tiger drop?
Yeah, space flying tiger drop.
He did that and just, his poor knees, but he did that and just landed on his feet on the outside. I was like, what are you doing?
See, I do box jumps on occasion.
Yeah.
On instructions say, make sure you like land softly. Make sure you cushion the blow. I saw these wrestlers they're like, dump.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I
kind of do one box jump without going, whoa.
I like fell out my office chair the other day.
Did you?
You only sit down, the wheels just take it back a bit, and you sort of catch it and then fall. Yeah, I did that. Luckily, no one was here, but I thought it was important to mention. Right, just you're speaking about Ospreay doing these death-defying, unbelievable feats of human.
You're right, that is your
thing.
Sasuke special.
Yeah, I just fell out my office chair. It's like Kevin off The Office. You ever seen the botch he does on that? It's fantastic. It's out there on the outtakes. It's on YouTube. Go and have a look.
Cheeky plug there to The Office.
Like Evolution, me, Ospreay.
Any other news this week? Covered a lot of stuff.
There must be something. There's
Probably is.
well, one that you'd enjoy.
Oh, I know.
One
Lance Storm versus Wrestle Talk. Wrestle Talk, who for some reason love.
I believe you write for occasionally. So
That's
be
right.
careful what you say, right?
Wrestle Talk had a hard-hitting article about what Lance Storm thought WWE should do. Lance Storm replied, goes, "No, I did not urge anybody to do anything. Urging would imply I'm like messaging WWE going, do this. Don't." Next time, what you say, Lance Storm urges Wrestle Talk to piss off. The Wrestle Talk did an article that says Lance Storm urges Wrestle Talk to piss off.
I wanted to do that article, I got told not to.
Did you not?
Yeah, I wanted to just do it, just because I saw this tweet straight away. I was like, oh, I need to do it, and I got told no.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Your friends
Would have been banter.
Is Lance Storm the source? Oh, I shouldn't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
And then somebody in the reply said, Wrestle Talk really missed the chance by not saying Wrestle Talk wasn't available for comment.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. And let's have a look at last week's. So let's see how well Ross did. As always. Wait a minute. What's all this?
We're going to find out something now, which, if it's true, which I think it probably is, I don't do as well as you think I do in these Hall of Fames.
Oh, so I love it when people pay attention to the off things you say. Been unemployed for the past couple of months, so I did this during the time off. It's a collage of the first 50 entrants to the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
It's in your pile of paper.
Thank you. I also did some math for you in your Hall of Fame stats. Adam, 4/8, so 50%. Jack, 14.45%, 31.1%. I'm saying these wrong, aren't I? Matthew, 11 out of 49, so 22.4%. Ross 20. If you're still listening, by the way, Ross 21 out of 44 or 47.7% average, and Sam a third, 33.3%.
So that's the percentages of like how many Hall of Fame inductions we've all had.
Okay.
Yeah. So cheers. See you another 50.
So you
Nikita from Plamadon. Wait a minute. Plamadonanon. Alberta, Canada. Is that real? Plamadonanon.
Flubba-dubba-dub.
Plamondon.
Plamadonanon. So this means Adam. But with his 8 appearances, he's won 4 than 50%. But yeah, but you have had the most inductees of 21.
You are the most successful regular.
Aye, but he goes on as if I won every week.
Well, yeah, it is a bit more even.
The
I
weeks that you
suppose.
show up, yeah.
No, it is a bit more even.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thank you.
it's gonna be funny when you win it. Anyway, in third place.
Wait, what was it?
Last
What
week,
was the name, sorry?
Nikita.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
that,
FM
Nikita.
Nikita. RD Reynolds, 8%.
Jesus Christ.
It's, oof.
Brutal.
It's weird. There is like a big gap between people like know who he is, like
True.
him, and we love him.
Read the death of WCW.
Sugar-free gummy bears, 38%. And someone tweeted me. Apparently, when this came out was on the Friday, on Graham Norton's show. Somebody on that brought up that they pooed themselves eating them as well. So
Were you on Graham Norton's show, eh?
Yeah, I think that's what I just said. So yeah, even if I didn't win, yeah, please don't eat those sugar-free things unless you want to, First place. I forgot about this.
A double header
Ali/Gail Platt.
Oh, get Platt!
with a bendy arrows
Yeah.
that can defy physics.
Should have killed me.
Ah! It's unbelievable. I can't believe it's real.
It's about time Gail went in the Hall of Fame, to be
I
honest.
know, she deserves it.
It's a long time coming. So what is your pick for the Hall of Fame this week?
Well, I didn't have one, to be honest, but I've just thought now, Richard from Coronation Street might as well try.
Ah!
See,
The man who tried to kill Gail Platt and David Platt and other
Yeah.
small
Oliver
child
Platt.
Platt.
Try
Not
to drive them into the river.
yeah, what's the last cut? The blonde lass, what was she called? I can't remember what it was.
Oh, what? David's sister?
Yeah.
Oh,
Platt Jr.
yeah.
Richard I tried to kill them in a car. First of all, he tried to poison them to death by locking the garage door and sealing up all the things and turning the car engine on, carbon monoxide and all that malarkey. And then that didn't work, so he tried to drive. Well, he did drive the car into the river. You should watch this stuff.
I feel like if I...
What song was played on the radio? Oh,
Oh.
it was something fitting, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
Was it Wet? I don't know. Anyway, there was a song. It was all just fantastic drama. So I'm going to go for Dirty Richard.
Dirty Richard.
it was temperature.
For
Let me
sure.
give it two.
David Platt's at the back. Fight me, little farted shotty. Aye, so Richard, one of the best sitcom TV soap
whatever.
villains in history.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great period for Coronation Street. Because I don't really usually watch it, but my parents like, go watch this.
Oh, everyone was watching that.
Norman
I was
Bates
watching
with
it back
the
then.
briefcase.
That was the Attitude Era of Coronation, and it was around
Yes.
the time of the Attitude Era as well.
About 2003 it was.
Oh, was it a bit later?
All ruthless
Okay.
aggression, like. But,
Yeah,
and I had
yeah.
the big train crash. That's when I sort of stopped watching it and said,
Oh, yeah.
no, the train like burst the wall and just came down into the town.
Yeah, like a sci-fi channel film. Oh, it was a min. Yeah.
So yours is Richard.
Mine's Evil Richard.
Yeah.
Evil Richard, not normal Richard. NWO Richard. Jack, what's yours?
Mine is also a beloved UK TV personality, but I thought of this the other day.
That's all we ever talk about this show, so it makes sense.
Mine's Gino DeCampo.
He's
Right.
fantastic.
He's so
mate.
good. Do you know who he is?
Go on.
One of the highlights of this morning is Gino
He's
DeCampo cooking food.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
And Holly
the
and
Italian.
Phil just taking the piss out of his
Yeah.
accent.
Is that the guy who, when he was cut? I've seen the clip online. I've
If
seen
my
it a lot.
grandmother had wheels,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
get back.
Mate.
I was bored the other night and I was just on YouTube and it just came up in my recommended 10-minute compilation of Gino's funniest moments, and he's just hilarious. I like when he gets annoyed when they wind him up about recipes and stuff. They're like,
It's the when he's cooking the pasta and he gets
Yeah.
proper angry at Holly.
she's like, when are you going to put ham in the carbonara? He's like, ham? Or it's like bolognese, and he's like, it has none of these things in it. You call it spaghetti and meat sauce. No offense to Italians.
No,
That's
to be
another
fair,
one.
no, to be fair,
Yeah,
though,
we haven't annoyed them yet.
Holly and Phil are more insensitive than we are on
Oh,
here towards Gino.
100%.
They just take the piss out of him. 'Cause he's
Gino's-
foreign.
But I think there's one
Gino's
thing.
a really nice
I
guy.
think one thing I know about the internet is that you don't mess with Italians and food.
No.
So I think they know it's someone's getting boring. Say something like,
He's like,
"Is that tagliatelle?" No.
He's like, if I was making steak and kidney pie, I would not put risotto inside. It's a very good point. It's a very good point.
Oh, I need to watch this now.
But this is why the This Morning YouTube channel is unbelievable. I watch it daily. That's fantastic. It's just some of the things they do on that show. It's a shame it's on in the morning.
I
It needs
feel
to be
like
on
Holly
prime
and
time.
Phil are pissed quite a lot.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
They don't give a hoot. It's fantastic. It's my favourite show
This morning.
this morning.
Which version of This Morning was it when they had O.J. Simpson on?
What?
And then, who's it before the current people? The famous ones did This Morning? For
Fern Britain.
No, before that, it was Rich and Judy.
Oh.
Rich and Judy tried to interrogate O.J. Simpson about,
I would like to see it.
so you say you were innocent, but you're drunk.
Richard Madeley.
I don't like Richard. I don't like Richard Madeley. Like, Richard's awful.
Richard
man.
Madeley's the Shane McMahon of British TV.
That's
like.
a really good shout. He absolutely is.
It's not been the same since, they do with the weather on the floating.
And the guy fell in.
Yeah, the guy fell in.
British TV, everyone else in the world.
Oh, God. Well, I'm going to do really boring now. I'm sticking to it because I don't think I'll have my feet. The Session Moth Martina.
Okay, a wrestler you've gone for.
A wrestler on a wrestling podcast. So this is going to be a very steady third place next week. I can feel it. The Session Moth Martina, because she is part of the independent shirt company brand thing. And then the same day that came out, the big video package that David Starr lovingly put together, she got a W tryout. And she's also doing CZW Tournament of Death.
It's
Good,
worth
'cause they love
noting
the Brits.
that today, in Dave's newsletter, he said that people are speaking like she's already signed as well.
Signed to CZW.
Yes.
That's got a DJ high. So the funny thing, it would be not just the fact that she's part of this independent thing, but the fact that she could be signed 1 week to WWE, possibly, potentially, unconfirmed. So wait to see what Brandon Strong says, right?
He's not really.
And then he could be doing CZW the same week.
Also, I realised the other
think it's
day
great.
that
No one else does.
you've got Brandon on Facebook, so you can't be slagging him off
you not
if
have-
he's your actual mate. No, because I don't know him. I didn't add him.
Look at his face.
How happy you got? How upset you got? Brandon Strong's your mate on Facebook.
No, I don't care. It's fine.
I
Whatever.
forgot you would mention him every week.
I don't
You would bring
care.
him up, and then
Fine, it's all right. It's cool. Don't mind.
How do you know him? Like just through that?
yeah.
Fair enough.
Just be a Twitter and mention Cultaholic. Said, hey, how you doing? Oh, Matthew, how you doing? And he was like, here's my mate Jack. He's like, who's that?
I remember when he followed me, someone was like, oh, it looks like Ross on Wrestling's got beef with you, Brandon. Just what I would say on here. It's just like, no, we're just having a laugh, man.
I don't really mention anybody on here. Like, oh, beef. I'm like,
He's a very good wrestling writer.
He is a good writer.
He's really good.
he is.
And-
He's a great Facebook friend as
Oh,
well.
never mind.
Never forget your birthday.
Can't believe that he gave you his Bebo love instead of me that day. Do you remember Bebo love? You could give
Bebo
one
love?
person a heart per day.
What the hell's Bebo, love?
Do you remember Bebo? I've
Bebo?
just said what it was, so I'm getting right annoyed
Oh,
with you.
2007, 8, 9. Bebo.
So Bebo, the social media thing. Do you remember Bebo?
No.
was
Oh.
You
Facebook
remember
before
Bebo?
Facebook? Everyone had a Bebo, man.
It
I
was
had
like
MySpace.
it was like in between MySpace and Facebook. There was Bebo. Okay, well Bebo was like
I like rock
I love that
music,
name.
me.
yeah. Well, I would have. In fairness,
All right. So it's
I would-
MSN Messenger status. All right.
it was sort of just like Facebook before Facebook, and
Right.
and you could give one heart a day to like just one person though, and obviously
Rations.
the ordering of like the ordering of the top friends as well was pretty important too. Like, ooh, who's going to be in your top 8?
And then what happened to it? The Facebook come along.
Facebook came along and absolutely destroyed it. To be fair, Bieber was never that good in hindsight.
It was the Defiant Wrestling to 5-star.
I'm not sure if that's why 5-star.
What?
I'm not sure if that's why 5-star.
What?
was under. Yeah.
Can he force that, really, wasn't it? Anyway,
You're-
moving on to remember something to talk about, but wait to the next segment. So, those
Oh,
are
I
your
know
three
what you
things.
remember to talk about as
Yay!
well. We'll wait.
So, the 3 picks this week, if I get this out, I'm crying.
Richard from Coronation
Yeah,
Street.
evil Richard, not face Richard.
Gino DeCampo from this morning and sometimes Celebrity Juice.
It's Sasha Martina from the wrestling.
Yes. To vote for those, head right on down to patreon.com/cultaholic and have a great time doing so.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
So before we go into Raw and SmackDown, there's something we need to talk about because I've mentioned a few times on my Twitter and on here that, like, yes, 5-star wrestling, yay! I think it's still the podcast that's gonna be talking about it. In, like,
We are the only
2020.
the only podcast that keeps the magic alive, I like to think.
Right. So I've said, hopefully we'll one day get those tapings they did in 2016, and he actually put up a match, one match for some reason. Luke King Sharp versus Damo and
Nick
Aldis.
Aldis,
He was injured and did one move because he wanted to get paid, and who can blame him? And again, sometimes you see something, you go, oh, here we go, and you like put it on your fishing rod and you dangle it in your thing. So I'll put the description that you put on Facebook to see people's reactions, and I didn't realize this. I think that's gone unnoticed by many people. I didn't get brought up enough. So with 1 week to go before 5-star running the Metro Arena, which is the biggest one in the area,
and various
far.
others around the country
I
too.
think it's got 11,000 seats, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, in this area, it's like Whitley Bay Ice Rink.
It's the arena in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
A week beforehand, he was advertising, hey, I need like production people and these people. It's like, all right, bit short notice. Yeah, I'm not looking to pay anybody.
What?
That's all the comments were saying on my Facebook. So the reason why he didn't upload it for the longest time was because he wasn't happy with how it looked and how it sounded.
Because he didn't pay
like,
anyone.
All the people there were like, you didn't pay anybody. Like,
What?
that's one match. I hope he drip feeds them, and every week I post the description to get more people tell me more dirt, because it's the gift that keeps on giving.
He also said that Liu King Sharp was only 17 at the time. I'm sure he's older than that.
I thought he was joking, and then I spoke to Liu King, and he went, no, I was legit 17. I'm like, that is a interesting looking 17.
Oh, why? He's young looking.
Mate, I never looked at that kid and thought he was 17.
No,
Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
right. Yeah,
oh my God. I thought I looked rough when at that age.
He doesn't look rough.
Yes, he does. He's going to say it himself. It's all right.
No. Oh, bless him.
He could have been the star, 5-star.
He could have been.
That lad has never been ID'd for anything in his life.
Magnus was like their golden boy, Nick Aldis. So yeah, he did one move and got paid, but he was the first wrestler we ever met, because in Raw culture there was like a little, in hindsight, quite sinister meeting in a box at St James's Park during the football.
I've heard about this.
Which was basically just Kenny interviewing Magnus, and we were all there as well. But
got to see the Man United game though for free. That
was good.
3-3. Paul Dummett last minute.
we just met like the heavyweights. I didn't realize at the time how many heavyweights of the British wrestling scene were in that box. There was Dan Hingles. There was Steve Linsky. there was Steve Linsky. There was Magnus.
There was the two people who founded WCPW.
Yes. There was me and Ross.
this is where this is going.
There was Kenny McIntosh. Yeah. But at the time, that's like one of those. No, it's not. I can't believe.
I know where you were going.
Go on.
It's like one of those pictures where you see like Generico and Daniel Bryan in that in 2007 on a lake. Something. Oh my God! No.
Oh.
I didn't realize that Steve Linsky knew Jack the Job.
Oh yes. So he's got it on his wall at home. His kids asking him, "How do you know Jack?" Oh, let me tell you a story. There's the fade out, black and white. Anyway, Monday Night Raw. I guarantee that what we're just talking about is going to be way more interesting than this. Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn confronted Universal Champion Seth Rollins. Blah, 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 blah. The crowd enjoyed booing Baron Corbin. That's one positive.
Yeah,
let's be positive about this.
That was the main positive from Raw, was the crowd, I thought.
Yeah.
San Jose.
Yeah.
Represent.
Lars Sullivan annihilated Lucha House Party.
Which should have happened.
That should have just happened in the first place. And then maybe again, just to hammer home the point, but then
absolutely
move on.
On the plus side, Lars looked really good in the ring.
The crowd liked it as well.
Yeah, this was a very impressive squash to Lucha House Party, who are pretty much dead at this point anyway, so might as well get the most. Might as well recycle. It's good for the environment, call it David Attenborough. And as long as he stays off social media, he'll be all right. The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Ricochet defeated United States Champions Mojo, Bobby Lashley, and Cesaro, and was probably the highlight of the night.
Quite a fun match, actually, yeah. It's pretty good.
Getting positive, actually. If you just read the stuff like this, it's all right.
Do you think Ricochet's thing at the end was legit, or was it just a bit wrong?
What do you mean?
6:30. Land on the
legs. Well, clearly,
because
Cesaro had to be helped out, and apparently it was okay.
He's not injured.
Yeah.
I think it was just that move's so difficult that sometimes it'll go wrong.
I think his landing was all right. It's just where he hit him
on his legs.
His knee was right up here.
Yeah.
So, so saith wrestling expert Maffew, who's a veteran of 300 matches in world of sport, and even with Bobby Lashley, like not even expecting Ricochet to dive, and was like, "Oh, I got hit." Yeah, it was fine. That looks like it could be a solid United States division. By the way, don't try and keep up with who's on Raw and SmackDown this week.
They've just scrapped it now.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
No,
don't even mention the four people.
The only time
anymore.
they mention it was because Alexa Bliss is getting the title shot at Stomping Grounds.
Yes.
And they say, "Oh, due to the
Alexa Bliss, who said hugger,
not the other word,
not hooker."
And everyone, the crowd went, "Oh!"
Renee Young was like, "Did she just call her a hooker?"
Oh, is that why they did that?
Yeah, the crowd misheard her.
Oh, I thought she...
No, she didn't.
yeah,
She said hugger.
She just said hugger though.
They forgot Bailey's gimmick. Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss defeated, yes, Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and SmackDown Women's Champion Bailey in Bailey's hometown.
Shock.
This is one of those matches that just should never have happened or should have had a... This is one of those rare instances where I wouldn't have minded like a no contest because no one should have lost that match. They're all in key positions at the minute.
And it was weird because Lacey Evans, who again is getting a title shot against Becky, even though she lost decisively and cleanly at Money in the Bank.
Oh, it's one of many rematches at Stomping Ground.
Right. But she hit Bailey with her finish. And then Bailey still countered the move that Alexa Bliss was going to give her. And so she had to hit her again with it.
Yeah.
And then like right.
Well, it's really good.
The women's right. It's like the women's wrong.
Yeah.
On Wrestling Observer Radio,
done that.
Alvarez was insisting to Meltzer. Meltzer was like, I don't think you're right, Brian. But Alvarez was insisting that Lacey finished off Becky with the Judas effect, back elbow, Jericho's new move. And he was like, she rotated backwards and hit her with... And Meltzer's like, I'm pretty sure, let's just check my notes. And you just hear a few minutes of like... He's like, no, it was a women's right. And he's like, am I the only one who saw this? Am I going crazy? And then he was. Because I watched it back, and she doesn't spin backwards at all. She just goes, back. Like, it's just a normal right hand.
Women's right.
Yeah, she calls it like a Digimon.
Yeah.
I just hate
Sonic boom. Have it. So yeah, whatever.
Go on.
I was just gonna say I hate punches and like when it like Big Show's WMD. And
Why wouldn't you do it at the start?
Like why is it not leaving mark and stuff? It just takes me out of it a bit.
And at least he would charge it up.
Yeah.
Like, almost like,
I think
like the only time I can hit this move is if you're subdued long enough for me to pull my arm back and do this. And she's just like,
is it Al Snow who is a big hater of punches in wrestling? Because he says once you punch someone, it turns into a fight, not a wrestling match, and it's just a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
kinda
should just ban like legitimate punches.
I don't mind when they
I thought they
forearm.
did.
I don't mind forearms.
Yeah, forearms work.
That's good
in wrestling,
Yeah.
but not like punches.
wait a minute. Yeah, I think you go back, the 20s. Yeah.
Well, punches.
Hey, open up that fist. Welcome to that. Same way that rope breaks in cage matches sort of went like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, women's tag team champions, the Iconics, yes, ladies and gentlemen, defended them against Lisa Lace and Aliyah Mia.
I can't believe that's a real name. Aliyah Mia.
Aliyah Mia.
It turns out that the other one is the name of a pornographic actress. So if Triple H's daughters Googled that name.
No, it's... Yeah, I thought that was supposed to be a reference to the actress in Deep Throat, but it's kind of like that, but kind of not.
Do you know, do you? I had to Google it. I was
just
just
Googling
Googling
it. I am old, yes. Or maybe...
She's
no,
an
I think
award-winning porn actress, though.
only the best here, Cultaholic. And
What?
yeah, they lost. And yeah, I think that was legitimately just so they could make Corey Graves laugh his ass off because we're at Lisa Lace. What do you know about her? Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Oh, is that why he was laughing?
Well, I assume so.
Right.
They were laughing at Aliyah Mia because Michael Cole was like, and that is Aliyah Mia. I think Corey Graves
Anyway,
went,
yes.
all right, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think everyone got that. Oh, the Final Defender tag. Oh, here we go. Great tag team. Speaking of loser tag teams, the Revival defeated Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins and the Usos to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions in a
And
triple threat match.
thereby securing an invite to Shane McMahon's party.
That was the most important thing.
That was the important thing. Yeah, I don't care about the Raw Tag Team division.
The match
Why
was
would
alright.
anybody? They're all losers. They all lose every week. They're bunching bleh.
But I like the
I had
finish.
no word there, I
The,
was just
the
rambling.
finish was good. It was like a Revival finish. Like, tactics and that. You know, I still enjoy the Revival's matches, just not the booking.
I like the finishes too. I like the way when they start in WWE and then finish in AEW.
I like their 2 out of 3 falls against the Bucks in 2020.
Yeah. Why would you care about anybody in this match?
It's
Maybe the
interesting
Usos at a push.
Did you
but-
see what the promoted before Raw? Just the Revival versus the Major Bros, and then all of a sudden the show started and the Usos got added.
Yeah, I think they realised how insane that was, given the Revival have lost nearly every match they've had since. And this was Riders and Hawkins' second defense.
No, since they won.
WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
And they're not even been there.
No. What's
who
happened?
cares?
Speaking of tag teams that have gone missing, Kyrie and Asuka are just nowhere to be seen.
Yep.
All right.
Well, the rest of the women's tag team division is MIA at the minute. But things that have been found, what a horrible segue, but I went for anyway. The 24/7 European
Speaking of things that
light heavyweight
have been
champion,
found.
yeah, R-Truth got trapped and elevated with his opponents. This would be all right. And
It was-
EC3 got to speak.
Yeah,
I was too harsh about this ungraded. I've watched it back and I enjoyed it more.
he's gonna. We know what the C stands for now.
What?
Cannibal.
Oh right.
Oh,
He's gonna eat him with a fork, wasn't he?
Which he pulled out from his arse.
And we got one of the lines of the night here, which was, I'm scared of Hornswoggle. He goes, I'm not Hornswoggle, I'm just small.
Just a short bloke.
I'm just a very small man.
Bray Wyatt crushed Ramblin' Rabbit with a mallet on Firefly Funhouse. I
did.
know that's written the same way like somebody won the tag team champions. Bray
about-
Wyatt killed Ramblin' Rabbit.
For the second time, he's died, Rambling Rabbit.
He's like Kenny from South Park. He was about to expose the secrets of the Firefly Funhouse, and Bray was like, no.
Oh.
He's like, I'm going to tell people what's going on around here. And then Bray grabs him
Yeah.
by the throat.
I'm still liking these.
Yeah.
The weird, subversive.
It wasn't as good as the dance exercise one with Vince McMahon, but
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
But one thing I'm not getting, they'll show these, and then midway through them, they'll cut to the...
The bored crowd.
Yeah. Oh, look at the crowd, like.
They do.
Like they're watching a video at school about the reproductive system.
Now, kids, don't play near power stations. And then Kevin Owens...
Watch out for grain silos.
If you see train tracks, move.
We had the metro ones because obviously the metro in Newcastle is
Yeah.
like don't play on the metros and stuff. And there was this whole little drama with this kid who fancied this girl, and she was being like, "Don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, get on the tracks." And then he follows her across, and she looks back, and just the lights come.
Yeah. We had one like
He
that.
was
with
a
the-
boy, she was a girl.
With a power
Here
pylon.
comes a train.
Pylon thingies, I forget what they're called.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy with
That
the
was it.
balloon. Do you see that one? Oh, he
mate.
climbs it, doesn't he?
Mate,
Idiot.
I didn't do Vietnam, but that's the only thing I'm going to get PTSD from is because it's on YouTube. I went and looked at it. I was just like, oh no, oh no.
But credit him for sacrificing his life just for a few kids not to do the same mistake, you know?
Yeah. And it's good
Gave
because
his
I
life
see,
to the business.
I see power stations. I'm like going on the mega bus or whatever. And I see power stations and the Kill Bills. Like, Kevin Owens defeated Universal Champion Seth Rollins via DQ in a match that Kevin Owens really, really wanted, even though it wasn't for the title. He just wanted to beat Seth Rollins and he didn't. And then some stuff happened and then no one watched it,
He did beat him because Sami Zayn DQ'd Seth Rollins for grabbing him by the collar.
I guess.
It was really frustrating to watch. I get the point of it is to get heat on Sami and Kevin, but
I
it's not
gave
fun.
up by this point of the show. I just didn't want. I heard Sami Zayn ask Seth Rollins for a knife in his tights, and I laughed at that.
Yeah, it was funny.
That was funny.
Oh, I missed that.
He's checking him. He's like, "You got a knife in there?"
Oh, he's happy to see me.
It's just this wild card thing. I know Vince is getting bent over by the networks. Apparently, this is why he has to do it because he needs the top stars to keep the ratings above. Well, to try and keep them above 3 million or something for Fox. But
That is the rumour, yes.
however, nobody knows what's going on, do they?
Yeah. We'll get into SmackDown in a minute, but yeah, it seems to be you're waiting like, all right, this is the filler because they're just in Saudi Arabia. Okay, let's get the thing. And the Stomping Grounds is all rematches from Saudi Arabia.
Like
So
we
it's
get,
like,
we get.
oh.
It's like basically the middle between WrestleMania and SummerSlam now-ish, I think. So it's not going to be the best time of the year, but still, like we had Vince McMahon dying in 2007, and at least there was
Yeah, he should
something.
die again, I agree.
At least there was.
There is something. Summer of Punk.
Yeah, at least there was something that like to. Because just this week of wrestling in WWE was just boring.
There's no momentum. There's nothing like, okay, and this will happen. You're like, oh, I hope this happens. You're actually going, I don't care about Ziggler versus Kofi.
There's
I don't care
no-
about that match. I don't care about that match.
There's no big overarching. Oh, this
just
is going to
stuff
build.
happening.
Yeah.
And then you watch SmackDown. That was a segue. And it's just Raw Part 2. So
They've
SmackDown's
ruined
back,
it. They've
SmackDown's
killed
back to
it.
being what it was before the brand
brand
split.
split,
in
yeah.
They've
2015,
killed
was it?
SmackDown.
Yeah. So, The Miz and Shane McMahon, yes, twice in 1 week, by God. And he came to blows on Miz TV.
Shane dominated the opening of this SmackDown. He was there for like half an hour.
Oh, goody. And Miz took off his jacket to reveal, yes, he has bought a copy of, literally, they've gone on knowyourmeme.com, Miz's dad, put on a t-shirt and they're selling it.
Mood.
Which I thought, like, if Miz's dad isn't an actual employee by WWE, does he see any money from
Of
that?
course he doesn't. George.
Miz might. Miz might get some money. He might give it to his dad. You know.
All right,
He might give him some money. Are they going to sip his heart?
George must have burnt that bridge when he appeared at that indie show, chopping folk.
He's one
is-
appearance
this
at
is
AEW, and that's his.
This is retaliation from WWE.
You're a
Because they know,
scarf
like,
dad.
they know, like Goldberg and Undertaker, they'll come calling. Saudi Arabia's want you, Miz Dad.
Could
Oh,
you
yeah.
imagine next year, Ric Flair versus George Miz, main event at Super Showdown?
It'd be Miz and Miz Dad versus Shane and Shane Dad.
Yes.
That's a match I want to see. To be
I want to
fair.
say that.
As long as it's main event. What else happened on SmackDown? Shane McMahon took. Oh, yeah, also there was a Super Dragon sign on SmackDown, so it wasn't all negative. Shane McMahon took advantage of The Miz, woohoo, after he attempted to run a grueling gauntlet. Okay, that was vaguely entertaining because Shane's been a dick and he's pinned him afterwards.
But it's
why,
like,
why is Elias?
No, he tapped him out.
What is Shane's
yeah, sorry.
rivalry at the minute? 'Cause he's flirting with Reigns on Raw. He's flirting with The Miz on SmackDown.
He's battering everyone
He's
left, right,
just
and
the
centre.
best, just the best, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Why is Elias the mid boss for Drew McIntyre?
I hate Elias is now just I'm trying to think of a comparison to somebody back
a
in the day.
fluffer.
The fluffer of a stable, like the one who always gets like Xavier Woods in the early days of the New Day. Yeah.
D'Lo Brown used to be that for the Nation because he used to call him Take a Bump D'Lo. Heavy Machinery defeated the local competitors, one of which was AJ Kirsch.
Yeah. Buzz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
Good times.
these lads had cardboard wrestling
Yes,
championships.
another title has been added to the WWE.
Soy boys.
Now, we started that off.
What?
Cardboard belts.
You started off cardboard belts. Okay.
Adam Pacitti himself actually started off the cardboard. He brought in a what culture?
I don't know. I
He
can't
did.
remember.
Adam Pacitti brought in the cardboard
I've
belt.
blocked that.
Why are you
period.
saying that when you're wearing a Mustafa Ali shirt?
But then it got ripped up. Then it got ripped up by Rampage Brown on the first episode of WCPW. Oh. And the crowd went, "Oh!" honestly, he came backstage Rampage and he was like, "I couldn't believe the heat I got for ripping up that cardboard belt."
Those two things should never have been blurred.
No.
Anyway,
so
there was a funny name for it. YOLO County, which I didn't realize was an
didn't get
actual
it.
thing. It's
Oh,
a,
yeah,
YOLO
big
County's a
pop.
thing, yeah.
local
It's
pop.
from like the San Jose area.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But also Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
All the booking decisions. YOLO.
What?
You only live once.
You only live once.
Yeah.
You
Vince
know
said-
what? But I'm going to jump off that bridge. YOLO!
Yeah. Vince is like, "I'm going to make my son the
gonna
top
make-
heel."
yeah.
And
Is that what he does?
No, that's just what Ross
It
was.
was a joke.
I thought that was like an expression like, it's good. Poo, pal. It's like, oh, YOLO.
Well, yeah, that could go together with it, yeah. But it's like Vince going, "We'll have Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns." People go, "No, Vince, don't do it. It's a bad thing." And he just goes, "Ha! YOLO!
Lol. Yeah.
Ruffle! Lamau!"
PMSL. Pencil.
Bebo. Sonya Deville defeated Carmella. Yeah, she did.
She also broke Ember Moon's Switch, a Nintendo Switch backstage.
I hated that segment for Ember Moon. She looked like a child.
She did.
You're a wrestler. Kick the crap out of her. Don't just go, "Ah!
Yes, she
You
did.
broke me!" Through a bin.
Yeah.
Need to pick a mix to get that bottom lip off the floor.
And also, weirdly enough, Carmella is probably most over she's been in some time thanks to the 24/7 thing. And they cut out her entrance.
Oh, did they?
But the pop she got to come out and Carmella's there.
That is the best tag team in WWE today, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Is that why she tweeted then? Because she tweeted something like, "Not gonna lie, I absolutely love my entrance music. It's an absolute banger." Maybe that's why.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm gonna
well, I
guess.
only saw that tweet, but not this. So we've put the two bits of the jigsaw together there.
Anybody else think Sonya was a bit stiff?
Was she?
I thought she was kneeing the crap out of Carmella. It looked like it anyway. If she wasn't, well done.
Good. Get stuck in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if Carmella and R-Truth show up to Raw, it's like Raw Tag Team Divisions, like that's it. Tap it out.
Truth's been. Oh, I don't know if it's coming up actually. I was going to expand
Go
on
for
Truth's
it.
story.
Nice, he's dead.
Truth's been locked in a box, an airless box. Jinder pretending to be Carmella was hilarious. Truth,
Yeah.
it's me. It's Carmella.
I'm a lady!
You know what's a good impression when they go, "Hello, it's me." Name of person.
Mind, I have to question Jinder's tactics because he got a crowbar, didn't try and open a single box. Just ran around going, "Where's he
asking.
gone?"
And then R-Truth was shouting, wasn't he? Just a second after Jinder left.
Hey.
So our Truth's gonna die now.
He's locked in the box for 6 days, 5 days.
Being shipped to Raw.
Where was it? San Jose to Los Angeles.
Oh, it's the same place, but it depends how quickly they open the box when it gets there.
They open the box, it's just a skeleton.
They should do that.
Oh, pin it.
It's like, oh no! 1, 2, 3.
And then a big block of ice appears in the distance, and out bursts R-Truth from inside the block of ice.
Braun Strowman survived being ground up by a bin wagon, and then transported to a different bin wagon in a different arena, and then come out fully full.
8 days later, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So
And Sami Zayn survived it as well. He was fine the next day.
Yes, that is also right, sadly. But less impressively. The New Day engaged in a war of words with Ziggler, Owens, and Zayn, who were guests of the new bunch of baddies. Like, Raw had, McIntyre, Corbin, Lashley, and this is... Oh!
mind, this reminds me that I did enjoy Kevin Owens' line on Raw. When he's like, "Yes, that's right, I'm here as a wild card," whatever that means. Just slipped it in.
Oh, yeah, New Day were like, "Oh, Big E, he's back." And what was the line about Charlotte.
I've had so many returns. If I had titles for each one of them, I'd be Charlotte Flair
Yeah.
or something like that.
Ooh,
And then
seems like a bit
Xavier,
of a-
Xavier, haha, booking joke.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
actually
Oh
says-
my God.
Then they're like, no, that was a joke because of your flight booking from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh.
And people are like, ah. And
Oh, you souring on the New Day? Don't you dare.
would you have to say that?
you-
Booking joke.
Don't you dare be sour.
Wink, wink.
Thought Xavier was your mate.
He is.
All right.
But we're mates, and I rag on you every minute
That's
of the
very
day.
true.
so-
Yeah.
And then New Day defeated Ziggler, Owens, and Sami Zayn. So they're the fully formed New Day. And yeah, so positives of Raw and SmackDown. The 24/7 stuff is gold. The New Day are back. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Jokes. And
Firefly, Funhouse is still good.
that's right. And the YOLO Tag Team Champions will hopefully make an appearance next week. Yeah.
I mean, the Otis and Thingy were posing with the new championship belt, so
They won 'em fair
maybe
and
they are
square.
a legitimate thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we needed, a second tag team championship, or a third, sorry, in WWE.
Every week
the
a
men.
new title, though.
Other stuff that's happened in the week.
Oh.
Chad Gable's on 205 Live now.
Yes, he is. I mean, I saw him, I was like, oh, no. I think as Meltzer said, it's like winter's protection because he's had a haircut.
Alexander Wolf's part of Ring
Oh,
Camp
no,
2.
wait. Let's go
Oh,
back to
sorry.
that. Gable and Gallagher had a sweet match on
Fair.
205 Live. Because I was like, oh, no. Oh, great. Because it's like, oh, it's the Chad Gable that we remembered from NXT. And Gallagher's great.
It makes me sad. He is just Kurt Angle from 2001.
He's so good. He's so talented.
Everything about him.
Yeah. And then they had a match with reportedly legit count-out.
He didn't make it
Gallagher
back into the...
wasn't supposed to, but did. But in fairness, he take a German suplex to the outside. So
Alright.
it's all right. Give him like a snapmare on the outside. It's like, no.
Alexander Wolf's in Imperium.
That's right. He's joined Imperium.
Yeah.
The
Ring
finest not ring. They should have come out and go, ha, we are not ring camp.
Camp. They still do the same like pose and
They
everything.
do. They do.
Elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. Right, 3 people are in the G1. Moxley, Shingo, Kenta. He's in New Japan.
When people were joking, going, oh, I hope Kenta goes back to New Japan, laughing, going, he's never been there. And he actually just
Yeah,
showed up
he's
in
just in New
right?
Japan, yeah.
Who's all that coming?
I didn't realize that him, because Shibata brought him out. I was like, why did Shibata bring him out? Apparently, they used to be tag partners when Shibata was in Noah.
The more you know.
Ah.
And speak of stuff that you know. Joe Moxley comes out and he goes, this message comes from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ohio!
Because Ohio was going to be able to say hello in Japan. So
It's like an informal konnichiwa. It's like, hey, yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio.
He's trying to be all mean.
Yeah. That's nice that they still say that. And
He sounds like he's going, this is a message from me. Oh, yeah.
and also the weirdness of the week. So Friday was Undertaker versus Goldberg. Saturday, Great Muta headlined the TNA show.
Oh, yeah?
And then Jericho headlined Dominion. It is meant to be 50 right about now. And the highlight of that show, I died. I don't know if you reacted on the live stream.
It wasn't live, but hopefully.
Oh, sorry, whatever. Pre-recorded.
Yes.
Jericho took the turnbuckle pad off and then threw it at the
Oh.
commentators. And it went bonk. Either because the turnbuckle pad was very light or because Don Callis has a hollow head. But that was great. And I think that's pretty much all wrestling.
By the way, in America at Target, you can buy a water bottle that has a cap on it and it makes the noise. I can't do it without hand cream on. It's so satisfying. Go to Target in America.
I used to be able to do that when I was a kid. Now I
I've got
can't.
hand cream on, so I can't do it.
I know where my fingers have been, so I'm not going to do that.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Now it's time to have a look in the mailbag.
Mailbag.
Number 1. Hey lads, who do you all think needs a gimmick update the most? Personally, I think Dolph Ziggler needs something different than coming out and giving the same promo that he's had for the last 5 years. All the best, Trent. I agree, Trent. Next
Yeah,
question.
that was my answer, Dolph Ziggler.
Trent, I am going to come up with a different answer for you because not to be lazy. Oh God. No, I'm struggling now. Cedric Alexander. There you go.
What's his gimmick?
Well, he's a man who's good at wrestling.
Man who wishes he was on 205 Live.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
his Twitter. EC3 needs to find his voice.
That's Apollo's. Apollo. There we go. There's one.
Oh, yeah, God.
Apollo.
What's his gimmick?
Why? It's man who smiles.
I
Yeah.
employed.
Adam Paci's pick for the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I mean, Colin Jost
No.
was a better shout, and Colin Jost nearly won as well. I really liked Colin. Thought he was good. Sorry.
Who?
The
Colin
guy
Jost?
from SNL. The guy who tried to eliminate Braun at the end. The non-wrestler in the
You
match.
said Battle Royal, I thought it was in Saudi Arabia.
No. Mansoor.
They didn't get here, didn't they?
Got
Can't speak
coined
English,
just
sorry,
out
guys. Number 2, hello all. I'm a theatre
Hello
director.
all.
You can say
That came in my head. there.
Hello.
Jim. Hello all. Wilson.
I am a theatre director,
Oh.
and I sometimes, when I'm working on a show, I encourage my cast to watch all sort of different live performance, including music, ballet, other theatre work, and wrestling. I usually encourage wrestling as there are so many ways to tell stories, particularly in the ring where it is all non-verbal, physical storytelling. My question is, what is the best, most perfect, and unblemished story ever told in wrestling? Well, I can't tell you run a theatre company. One where start to finish, it made you feel exhilarated and excited. I mean this from a kayfabe perspective, and by unblemished, I mean there was no questionable booking, no plot holes, no derailment by injury, or just weird tangents, of which we know can be many. Thanks, Andrew Bate.
Thank you,
Esquire.
Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew Bate. Wow, what a lovely question. I think off the top of my head, just saying that as I was saying that, it's easy for me to speak. This has to be Macho Man, Randy Savage, turning the dark side, being filled with jealousy, team up with Hogan. You've got lust for Elizabeth in your eyes. Building up to WrestleMania. Yeah, start at WrestleMania 4, build up to WrestleMania 5, where Macho Man's just too insecure to see a man hanging out with him and his woman, seeing another man being happy. So it turns on him. The Mega Powers explode. Macho Man then declines in insanity. Starts hanging out with Sensational Sherry. Then wrestles Ultimate Warrior, retirement match WrestleMania 7. They go, all right, I'm done. And then reconciliates with Elizabeth. Is pretty much the best storyline of all time because I can't think of anything negative with it.
Simple.
You're allowed to
effective.
cry. You're allowed to cry in WrestleMania 7. That's all I'm saying.
I've got
The only one
one.
that comes,
Go on.
well, sorry,
No, go on. No.
just that comes close is Brian
Oh, yes.
at WrestleMania 30. The sort
That's
of
a good one.
the 6 months. I know we had the Royal Rumble debacle, but that sort of fed into the narrative, didn't it?
That helped, yeah.
Yeah. So that's another good one.
I think matches where they and something was like in-ring storytelling, like weirdly Kevin Owens and Cena, because the first time they wrestled, Owens just flattened Cena, but then the next time they wrestled, Cena was busting out all the cool indie moves like the Code Red and the crappy stunner, and he beat Owens. It's like, but then it just like fell apart. The third one was like, well, Cena's gonna beat you again. Sort off.
Mine is everything between. Oh God, you can even take it back to like the 2007 Royal Rumble where it's Taker and Michaels,
That's one.
and then it goes all the way to like their second match. The build up to that second match at WrestleMania is so good. There's the whole Michaels doing the Slammy Award where Triple H gives him the award for like best match, and he's like, "Yeah, cheers." Actually, no, I want to beat you at WrestleMania, and then tries to win the Rumble.
Yep.
And he can't, and he eliminates Triple H from the Rumble, his best friend, and then Batista eliminates him, I think. He just punches his wrists off there because he's like scrambling. Then he loses it and kicks the ref and everything. And then he has to find a way, so he costs Taker the match at Elimination Chamber against Jericho coming up through the floor in his cowboy boots and that. And then the match is class as well, and he retires. And I hate that he came back at Saudi.
I think he learned his lesson though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He was-
afterwards,
he
he's
was
like,
gutted
never
afterwards.
again, never again.
Also, Linda McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania 17.
Unblemished is a strong word.
Getting carted around by Trish Stratus. He was also wearing cowboy boots, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So that's the appropriate boots for passing around a. What was up with her? Was
Comatose
she
state
was
is what they kept
comatose
saying,
state,
but I don't know why.
Because I think
The
it's
shock of seeing Vince getting around all
Necking
these
on with it, yeah.
it was
pussies.
because Vince had asked her for a divorce, I think, and that put her in a shock.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think that sounds about right.
Maybe.
Yeah. Lindemann standing up. Whoa!
Oh, it was good.
Should do a ballet of that.
I think it's Jen's favourite moment ever in life.
She's got a weird fetish for Linda McMahon.
She loves all the McMahons.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She loves all of them. I bet she's enjoying this whole Shane stuff right now.
Well, she enjoys everything, doesn't she?
Speaking of Jen, she tweeted that she wants to come back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
we're still weeks away from a new show happening, so it was a weird time to tweet that, Jennifer. Weeks away. She got everyone's hopes up for now.
I was going to try and be like a bit sneaky. Well, my roster. Well, what's she do?
We are literal weeks away. She's definitely coming back. It was just, why guess people's hopes up and then just go quiet for a month or so?
Oh, she's feeding the.
I know, feeding the goat. Don't know what that meant.
Thank you, Ross.
Sean Gordon. Feed the goat and he will score.
Hello all, trust all's well.
Oh, hello. Oh, sir.
Go on.
Hello all. I can't stop one of my favourite characters in TV. That
What is it?
Jim off Friday night dinner.
Oh yes, the dad. Yeah.
No, the weirdo, the weirdo next door with the dog.
Oh right, I've not watched enough of it.
Unbelievable.
I was all hyped up to mow the front lawn early. Start again. I was all hyped up to mow the front lawn earlier today when, not 5 minutes before I was going to start, the neighbour directly opposite me came out to mow his. Me, being the archetypal wrestling fan that I am, decided the risk of awkward social interaction was far too high and decided to start catching up with the minion instead.
Start catching up with Dominion. Oh, instead of mowing the lawn, right?
Yeah, because someone else is doing it. I've never even thought about that. I told myself I would wait for a natural lull in the show and mow the lawn later. But as the show went on, I found there was always something drawing me into the next match. As I wasn't aware of the full card prior to the show, I kept finding out I was genuinely interested in the bookings, as I hadn't seen those matchups many times before personally. It was a welcome break from the same old matches you often see on Monday or Tuesday nights. Do you feel that the weekly presentation of multiple hours of one product detriments the audience's interest? This may be a reason for WWE's constant thirst for first-time evers, wink nudge. Will this affect AEW's ability to deliver a consistent, engaging weekly product with a roster of performers who, more often than not only used to presenting storylines over multiple months in other organizations? All the best, Adam, Black Country Smoggy.
Oh, he's a smoggy.
I don't want to hear
lives
about
in the Black Country.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about like Dominion on Japan. Is that a thing if someone's mowing the lawn that you don't do it because you meet your eyes?
I'm a bit like that with neighbours though.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I live in a block of flats, mate, so if I hear a neighbour out in the corridor, I'll wait until I hear the door close before going outside. Who can be ours with small talk?
Yeah.
It's just me being awkward. I'm an awkward man.
I feel that if I'm just wearing me gown, I'm like, it's some shocks. It's not a good
Go
look.
out the door.
Like the Big Lebowski, like, yeah, I'm not.
if I
I'm not perfect, I'm just lazy.
But I've never grown up with that because like we always knew, like growing up, I always knew our neighbour was like Carol from next door, just like my mum's mate. So it's like, oh, it's Carol, hi Carol. So it's not.
Yeah, we fell out with our neighbours as well.
Oh,
I get it. Like, right. I'm not going to name names. They know who they are. There was a man.
Richard and Judy.
There was an old man, and the daughter and the son lived there with the old man.
Right.
And there was another daughter, but first daughter moved out, the son moves out, but this other daughter stays at home, right? Then she gets married, so the husband moves in with the dad and the daughter and the husband in the same house, so the three of them.
Oof.
Then the couple have 3 kids, right? So in this 3-bedroom semi, there's the father, the wife, the husband, and 3 kids.
Ooh.
And they could not control those kids, Maffew, for love nor money. Noise all hours of the day. They had laminate flooring as well, and if you live in a semi-detached house, laminate flooring through the wall, you hear every footstep. And 3 kids running around all hours of the day used to drive me nuts, it did. So we fell out. There was a big argument. Me and my mum against those 3.
Oh.
That's a handicap match.
Yeah.
It sounds like Noah's Ark.
Aye.
I mean, God bless.
There might as well have been a Noah's Ark.
Does your mum still live next door to them?
She does, aye. I feel sorry for her. I've moved out.
And
They're still there. She's like 35 years old and still lives at home with her dad, with the husband and 3 kids in one house. What's that? What's up with that?
What is up with that? If you hate your neighbours, please send in your messages.
That was a
God,
good,
if they somehow see this, it'd be amazing.
No, I think that AEW, I think it's fine. 1 week.
2 hours,
1 week
no
show.
more.
Yes. Look at NXT.
Don't
that
need
could
any-
go 2 hours and it would be fine if there wasn't already Raw and SmackDown and everything. So yeah, AEW 1 week, fine. Big monthly show. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
It doesn't have to be a monthly show.
No, 2 months.
Bi-monthly show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does that mean twice a month though?
I don't-
2 months, fourth month,
every
4th
2 months,
monthly. Yeah.
4th monthly, yeah.
That's not even a thing.
Yeah, Americans don't have that.
The meaning of Fortnite's changed forever after that bloody video game.
Oh, yeah.
That sounded like my dad.
You do. You're the target audience for that.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
No, I'm far too old for Fortnite.
Oh, yeah,
Richard
14.
Tubman plays it.
Nah, I knew someone was going to do it.
Tubman does, used to, but then he took a
Pavlov's
break.
dog.
Tubman, I was like, Tubman, do you still play Fortnite? He was like, no, I took a break for like a month and then now they're all too good. All these kids just get killed straight away.
That is the worst. I say, like, going to play Smash Brothers at tournaments, you're like, okay, and it's still wearing the school uniform. You're like, oh no, come on. And they just flatten you. You're like, all right, I'm done with Smash. Oh no, Banjo-Kazooie's come out now. We have to go.
Don't want to talk about it.
I'll pay money DLC to get thrashed by kids again. And this week's Reese's Pieces, not to be confused with the famous candy of the same name, who knew, is, let's have a look at the list here. We'll do the one thanks to Aaron Jahal. did a good job of that. Yes, you
Yeah,
did, Matthew.
yeah,
Well
you
done.
did, well done.
All in or double or nothing?
Ooh, what was the best All Elite? Are we counting All In as an All Elite show? Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't call it an All Elite show. No,
It was before All
Was
Elite.
it?
It was
Yeah.
before All Elite was
All
a
Elite
thing.
was January the 1st, wasn't it? That was when that was born.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm calling it All Elite Show Zero.
I mean, the answer's All In, isn't it?
No, I disagree. This is great. No, this is good. Right, go on.
I thought I've watched Double or Nothing again since being there, and I thought it was a bit of a, to steal a cliche, because everyone loves a cliche.
We do.
It was a show of two halves for me. The first half dragged a bit, watching it back on the TV. The second half was unbelievable. Like from Dustin Cody onwards, throughout was amazing. But the first half, and especially that women's tag match, while it was good in parts, it did drag. And then, of course, well, you know, I just thought it was a bit of a show of two halves. But all in, was just, it had everything. If no matter what brand of professional wrestling you like, or genre, whatever the word is, there was something for you to enjoy. And it just had you engaged all the way through because there was something different all the way through.
My reason for and normally as well, I would agree with Ross. I prefer more of a variety show than just an excellent or like an inconsistent show that hits heights of wrestling quality. But in my head at first I was like, yeah, All In was better because I had comedy and hardcore and great wrestling and flippy stuff. But I don't think it quite hit the heights that Double or Nothing did. I think that hitting the great heights can drag a show up. And Cody and Dustin for me was just such a good match that it really drags up the quality of Double or Nothing. And that's not to say that All In didn't have great matches because I like Skull and Okada and Omega and Pentagon and stuff. But I just think that match and the Bucks and the Lucha Brothers one were both excellent matches in very different ways and kind of pulled it up a little bit. But I think it's very, very close. I think they're very similar quality shows.
Yeah, I think All In worked well as a one-off and Double or Nothing.
And the Moxley debut at the end as well.
Right.
But yes, go on.
I was going to say, yeah, Double or Nothing worked better as the start of a series, a show, whatever you want to call it. All In was pretty much, yeah, this is all hype up for this one show, and they pulled off that one show very
Woodstock.
well. Yes. Now this is Woodstock 2, the series.
There
Netflix.
was a Woodstock too.
Was it in the 80s?
Yeah.
It was a while afterwards.
No,
wasn't
they
it?
did a few ones later on, and then infamously Woodstock 1999
Yeah.
was a horrible event. By
bad one.
Yeah, a lot of bad stuff happened
Didn't Otto from The Simpsons go to that or something? It has flashbacks from Woodstock 99 or
I
something.
think there's a joke about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. But it's
94
like-
was the one where Green Day started a
That's
massive
right.
mud fight. Love that.
And what's his name? Oh, damn, I'm so bad with names. Famous comedian, American, Bill Hicks.
Oh yeah.
Bill Hicks, apparently, I think was there at Woodstock, and he did a joke. He goes, "Oh, by the way, I've lost my contact lens, so if anyone finds it out there in the field and can get it me, that's great." He does a joke, and people are like, "Look at me." Don't remember that.
I was worried we're going to have to cut this out of the podcast and be like, Bill Hicks told a joke, and I thought you were going to be like, he's going to just say a Bill Hicks joke. He's going to get us thrown off YouTube. Because Bill Hicks doesn't give a crap, does he?
Oh, right.
Did
yeah.
he? God rest his dead soul. Back in the day.
Yeah, but he was good with it.
Yeah, he was great. I like Bill Hicks.
Yes.
It's just a ride, Maffew.
Yeah, but All In or Bill Hicks?
Oh, Bill Hicks.
Oh.
More consistent.
George Carlin.
Oh, you're more of a George Carlin, man.
Uh,
Who's your favorite left sort of revolutionary?
Yeah, right. Complaining get.
Bo Burnham.
Oh,
I like Bo Burnham. He's class.
battle left field there. Well done.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's my favourite lefty.
He's not either, really.
Frankie Boyle.
I'm sure he says he's more left than anything.
I think he was whatever's going to get him hits. He seems to be a follower.
It's someone that Frankie Boyle just has their life on Mock the Week where they say to him, like, they're going like, so is Frankie like your full, like, real name? Like, what do they call you when you go to, like, the doctors or whatever? And he goes, Frankie Boyle. It's just so good.
And someone said, like, Frankie, why have you grown your beard out? And he goes, hair's supposed to grow on your face, you weirdo. I love him.
Frankie Boyle. Oh, he's good.
So what
about-
did you go for?
Oh, I'm going to say Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing.
I mean, I was at both. Yeah, I'm going to brag about that. And I met Nick Gage, and I about packed my pants upon seeing him because I know it's wrestling. I know he's just walk around being normal. I was like, hello, sir. And he was like, yeah.
He's kind of like the new Jack, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
In a way.
He's not killed as many people, though.
Allegedly.
Yet.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They
haven't found him yet.
Yeah. When you,
I'll have to cut that out and censor
I
it on
watched
the network.
it back on the network. The one where he comes out, I think it's a Heat Wave when he saves, he like beats up the Dudleys, he's like back. Everyone's like, New Jack's back,
Yeah.
but they don't have the rights to that song, so it's just
It is
crap.
amazing trying to watch New
It's
Jack
just
stuff on the
rubbish because
network.
the song plays for the
Here
whole.
comes New Jack.
yeah, it's like a funky like.
I hope
Here he
AEW,
was.
AEW need to resurrect that New Jack gimmick of having his music play throughout the entire match.
No.
With Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah, she's got a match at the next show. She was Ross's favorite from that match.
Just
Mine
because
was.
of the theme.
Mine was,
Yeah, right?
Well,
What a banger.
I like that we've both organically picked a favorite from that match, and they might go on to have a big feud. I'd like to see that.
Was there
Mine's Riho.
the other? I forget her name. Was it Rhoda? Is it Roha?
Riho.
Riho. I do
That was
apologize.
close. Wow, yeah, mate.
Was she the one
I was
that was
gonna
like
say Dave.
the smaller one in the
The
dress?
one in
That
like
was
the,
really
the
good.
princessy dress. Yeah, yeah.
Really, yeah.
Like a little
Princess
girl's
Dave.
dress.
They were the two best in that match.
I want them to have a feud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the music on the line.
But I'm fully Team Riho and your Team Sakazaki, and we're going to divide the internet. It's going to become like the time we had Derby.
I can't wait
great.
to get Yuka Sakazaki merch.
I think have we just fantasy booked
Yeah.
the first episode of Double or Nothing.
Cody, if you're
Cody,
watching.
Cody.
Do you remember when Booker T had his identity taken by whatever it was, Midnight Incorporated? Was it Midnight Incorporated?
Harlem Heat. Stevie-
Ahmed Johnson debuted.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was Big T.
They took
and they
away the
fought over
T.
the ownership of the letter T.
Yeah,
Because then
and they
he
took
lost.
his music away and they had like.
He came with the New Jack. Yeah, and he came out as just Booker for
Yeah.
a few weeks because Big T had the T. So
Then
you had to
Super-
beat him to get the T back.
Then Super Bowl 2000, Midnight debuted, which was like Viscera,
Yeah.
but like he ate Viscera as well.
No, Midnight was the last.
No, Midnight was the massive. You had Booker T, you had Bigger T, and then you had Midnight.
Yeah, that was the last. No,
No, it was a man. It was Big Fat Man.
no, Big T was the big fat man.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
Midnight
feel
was
bad.
the woman because he would go bong. The lights would go. Oh, it's midnight, and she come out and she usually get knocked down. Bless her. Who you think of?
I'm just thinking Super Bowl 2000, where what I thought was Midnight debuts. Was that just Bigger T?
That was just Big T.
Bigger T.
Yeah, you might be getting Big T mixed up with Stevie Ray.
You had Stevie Ray. Then you
Big
had
T was Fat T. Is
Big
what
T.
he was. He was a capital
you had
T.
Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
Ahmed Johnson, whatever
Big
his
T.
name was, and then you had the Bigger T.
No, Big T.
There was a third man.
Oh, there was very briefly Swole, who was literally means he's pumped. He was with what was
like
Master P? No Limit Soldiers.
The Super Bowl 2000.
I can't remember if he was with the new Harlem Heat. I love this discussion, by the way.
You had Booker against Ahmed, whatever his name was.
Big T.
And then Midnight debut because the lights went, it went bong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then James Brown appeared with the cat.
Woohoo! The lights went off. Who is it? It's James Brown joining the Harlem Heat. He wants the T as well.
Anyway, we've come to the conclusion that Double or Nothing was better than All In.
Did you go for Double or Nothing?
I went for Big T.
2-1. All right, okay.
They were both amazing, like. Don't cut the camera when you do the outro. Sit down.
Big question.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, if you are
Oh, yeah, that's just Reese's Pieces, isn't it?
yeah.
If you have a Reese's Pieces, send it
Leave
to
that
the
in.
mailbag at cultaholic.com.
All gone wrong.
It's Cultaholics.
How can WWE save Raw and SmackDown? Because clearly things are wrong. Right, clearly things are
I
going
read
wrong.
a thing on Reddit, by the way, which
I
I...
read a thing on Reddit.
Right. Just brace yourselves.
I'm sorry.
please. Vince McMahon is intentionally making Raw and SmackDown crap, so the stock goes down, so he can buy some stock back and then make it good again, and then sell the stock at a higher price than what he bought it for.
That sounds contrived.
Vince
That sounds-
Insider Trading McMahon.
Because he just sold loads of stock recently, didn't he? So he's got room for some stock.
Vince McMahon is a time traveler. He's gone back like Time Cop. He's buying stock when it's at its lowest, and then
That plan's confused me so much.
So the stock price
he needs the stock for XFL.
is high.
Right.
It's dropping at the minute, I think, though.
So
But
he
it's
needs
high.
to make it crap.
So he needs to make
So he
it
can
crap so
buy
it drops.
more.
So when it makes it good again, the stock price rises. His stock that he bought rises, so he sells it for a profit.
Yeah, this is like when Goldfinger tried to blow up Fort Knox to lower the value of the
Oh, the gold, yeah, 'cause then he
his
had gold.
So his gold would go up.
That's exactly it.
Yes, good, great
Yeah.
film. Yes,
Get me Odd Job. He's been dead for years.
Odd
mate.
Job was the best.
The
I don't wanna
Saudi
turn this
Arabians
into-
won Odd
Sorry,
Job.
so that's on Reddit.
That was on Reddit yesterday. But my
That must be
answer to it would be just cancel one of the shows and then just release like 50 wrestlers and then just keep who you believe are the best wrestlers and then just have one roster and then just have like one tag team division and a women's tag team division and one secondary title and a world title and maybe in the 24/7 as well for good measure and then just focus on all those lads and lasses.
Downsizing.
Yeah.
Keep NXT.
Yes, absolutely.
2-5.
Nah,
Okay.
don't need it, do we?
I don't agree with
It
you.
serves
But you are right.
it serves a purpose, but I don't personally watch it. So I'm biased.
Yeah, it's every 2 months be a match. I was like, no, you should watch it this week. This week's worth watching. You're like, yeah, I'll watch it. Like it's a film on Netflix. Like, no, it's worth. Sure, yeah, I'll get right on that.
The last one I watched was when Buddy and Cedric was it Cedric when they did the Spanish fly off the announce table or onto the announce table?
That was good.
That was the last
yeah,
one
I
I
know.
watched.
Or was it
remember the move,
Ali
but-
and Buddy?
Or was it?
I think it was Ali.
Yeah.
A while ago, anyway.
Yes. What happened to Buddy Murphy?
What?
He does promos and commercials. They're a thing now. You've seen them on the YouTube channel.
No.
People just come out and cut a promo during a commercial. Like they had Dana Brooke.
Oh,
Dana
I saw Dana Brooke. Oh, yeah.
His new gimmick is, I want to see everybody flex. Come on, everybody.
You in the white t-shirt at the back. Come on.
He goes, you look swole. He goes, no, I'm 4x4.
Oh.
Hey.
Run it back. Sorry.
But my far-fetched remedy is to just cancel one of the shows.
Because you mean less work for you. That's a great idea, Ross. Point ahead.
Also that.
I think that I'm going to take a different angle. I do agree with Ross.
Eric angle.
I feel like it's a bit drastic, but I'm going to say that the brand split, right, scrap the wildcard rule because that's ruined SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Reinforce brands and focus on those shows and basically just stop making everything the same every week. Cookie cutter segments. Listen to the fans more. Just this, to be honest, I ain't got any revolutionary ideas. It's just what everyone says online. But I think a lot of the time when people criticize wrestling, they don't understand that logistically a wrestling show is hard to do. With injuries and stuff, you can't take that into account. Things happen, things go off plan and stuff. But it sounds like everyone's just at the whim of Vince McMahon, and things get changed last minute, and it results in stuff like the wacky stuff we see.
Right.
And I think that maybe if he somehow could just find it in his heart to just get rid of some of his power and just spread it out. What's the word I'm looking for? Delegate some of his power. Then maybe it will become better and maybe it will be a tighter product. Because at the minute, it's a mixture of the same opening promo and the same opening stuff. And then occasionally something will just come in like the Viking experience and you'll just go, what's going on?
You know what I miss the most, though? It's just a storyline. Like a storyline that's not just a series of matches.
Yes, Brandon Stroud said recently in his DMs to Maffew probably, we need to stop. We need to go from A to B to C, not from A to 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 B. Eventually, after like the Lars Sullivan Lucha House Party is a perfect.
What
example.
happened to the times where Vince would be around the pool with Pat and Jim and Vince?
Who were the two? Oh, Ross and Cornette.
Ross and Cornette and Vince and Shane pushing Shane in the pool and whatnot.
Take a bump.
And then they go, look, we're going to get here in 6 months' time, and we're going to work our way backwards, and here's how we're going to get to there in 6 months' time. What happened to that?
Who's the guy? I think he's dead now. The guy who's meant to be like their best creative guy during the Attitude Era, who storyboarded everything.
Yeah, I know what you mean now.
I can't remember his
I
name.
forget his guy's name, but yeah, the guy who would storyboard.
And apparently that was why it was good, because he storyboarded everything and just like a film. Like,
Yeah,
you just planned it
allegedly
out.
the McMahon's backstage laughed.
What?
Yeah, what are you doing planning for?
But he was like,
laughing now.
he was in creative and was apparently like the creative guy at like
Chris
the head of.
somebody.
God, can't remember.
Chris Swole. My suggestion is Kevin Nash said it in a few interviews where, it's great coming from Nash because you repeat it and you sound like a badass. But he would say like when he got there and returned, the writers, the stuff people who were in charge of writing the dialogue and the storylines and stuff for people to say, were writing stuff for wrestlers, and there were guys that had never been in a fight and never got with a hot chick. So it's like, well, what do you want me to say? They come out, so that's why wrestlers come out and say this stuff like you've never heard.
I'm going to defeat you indubitably.
Yeah. Ember Moon backstage, like, hey, here, read our magazines about me, and we'll take your
God's sake,
switch.
Nash,
and then
man.
she walks off camera, and she goes, you're like, yeah, that happens in real life.
Just Nash being a bully and a dick.
Well, I mean, I agree, yeah, because you watch a show, and most of them you just don't care about because the people you do care about, it's because of stuff outside the ring.
Right.
Like, Big E's great because of Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter, Big E, kill half that. Big E could take on Walter.
Maybe that's the
Twitter.
biggest issue. Just let the superstars take a bit more control.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash did a great thing with kayfabe, with Big Sean, kayfabe Sean. You know kayfabe Sean.
I don't like him.
Everyone knows
Friends,
kayfabe
yes.
Sean.
I find him so
Where
seedy.
he was explaining the issues you run into when you have 2 weekly shows. When Thunder came in, he's seen it when he gets the whiteboard out and he's like, you have to book for that show and you have to work your way back. So just get rid of one of the shows.
As he's drinking and eating with the little clip-on mic there.
That's a fantastic interview.
John Thunder.
It's like my interview with Ember Moon, for God's sake.
Excuse
Heavy
me a minute
breathe.
before I answer your question. Yeah, so I think that's the thing. And also, Volta should be champion on both brands. Because all you like, Seth Rollins comes out and do that, hey, I'm going to turn it down with my surprisingly high-pitched voice. And then Volta be like, 9, slap, champ.
I honestly, that Rollins doesn't have as weird a voice as everyone thinks. You make him sound like Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, you do. I'm sorry for bringing up Banjo again.
Oh, don't bring up old video games. From 20 years ago, Jack. I hate it when you do that.
Oh, it changed my life when I realized you got the power to walk on Kazooie's legs and you go quicker and up hills and that. Game changer.
No, it's literally what you do in the
Go
game.
huh? That's my Banjo impression. Oh, I
Go
love
huh?
it so much. Go huh? Have you ever played Banjo-Kazooie?
No.
Right.
Yeah, Ross is loving this. He's like, ha ha ha.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
WWF Attitude.
You were a PlayStation
Oh,
man.
nice.
then.
Yes.
Huh?
You were more of a PlayStation kid
I
than
was
a
a
Nintendo
PlayStation
kid.
Who would you
Yeah.
pick on WF Attitude?
Dan 7 for some reason.
Yes.
Every single time. I think it was just for the music.
Yeah, because I picked Steve Williams for the same reason.
What?
The same
Or was
role.
it Steve? I think.
I think you
can't
may be.
remember.
I didn't want to be rude and correct
Yeah.
you, but you mean well.
I
I
know.
picture.
You're not a nerd gamer, so it's all right.
Yeah, I can never. That's it. Was Steve? Because I can never remember seeing Steve Williams on TV ever. Doctor Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But he was in
the
that game.
game.
Yeah.
So was Owen Hart, wasn't he?
Owen Hart was in the
He was
game.
Yeah,
dedicated to him.
dedicated
Yeah.
But
Gold, I
like-
remember Goldust being there.
Yeah, because it's weird, like, it still happens in video games now where, like, a guy will be on TV for a month and they'll start making the game and they'll come back. Oh, he's been released. Oh, well, he's in the game.
Because it all kicked off, didn't it? Because it was JR's best pal and had a legitimate background and all this malarkey.
Yeah, they're like, all right, Steve. I mean, Jim Ross denies that this is how it happened, but it's like, well, we're bringing Steve Williams and he'll just annihilate it for you in the Brawl for All. Then Bart Gunn beat him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, so what are your plans for... If you had plans for Steve Williams, why don't you give those plans to Bart Gunn? And Jim Ross is like,
For the first,
leave me alone.
For the first time in a while, I saw Bart Gunn's knockout of not JBL, Godfather.
Oh, him knock out someone.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
oh yeah, I've
So
seen
you're
that.
talking
I've,
about
obviously,
Butterbean.
I've obviously seen when Butterbean knocks out Bart Gunn. It's disgusting. But when Bart Gunn knocks out Karma or Godfather, I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one as well.
Yeah.
Did he knock out JBL? Just
Yeah.
1 point.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no,
allegedly-
he knocked JBL.
Knocked
out.
JBL out.
Allegedly, he was...
Sparked him out.
Yeah, allegedly he was like, can you go easy on JBL? Or whatever. And he went, oh, sure. I went easy. I went over medium on him.
Ah.
But yeah, like I said, the Bart Gunn, but we're really off topic now, but like, again,
Bring back
that
the Brawl for All.
Butterbean versus Bart Gunn is one of these things you look at in the same way you look at like boxing kangaroos or wrestling bears. You're like, I can't believe this happened at WrestleMania.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, you're qualified to fight Butterbean, right? Yeah. You boxed a few times years ago. Yeah, sure.
on the topic of,
Ugh.
there's a YouTube channel, there's videos that go up, it's called something like This Can't Be Happening or something like that. It's where comedians do like a little stand-up set, tell a story. And what's he called? Joe Rogan's fighter mate, the big one? Brendan or Brandon?
Brendan Stroud.
Not Brandon Stroud.
Slarb.
Sharp. Brandon
Yeah,
Sharp.
Slarb.
He tells a story about his fight with
He sounds like Murr when he gets the injections in his mouth.
yeah.
Slarb.
He does it.
Get off the phone. Well, I can't hear Leonardo DiCaprio. Get off the phone. Go on.
He does a stand-up set where he tells a story about his last fight was against Travis Brown.
He
Ronda
does
Rousey.
stand up.
No, he's just done this first one.
Oh, right.
And he's all right at it. But he
Standing up.
so he tells this story. I'm going to batter you after this podcast. You. He tells this story where you've not even used the puppet once.
We don't need to.
Ah, fair. He tells the story about his last fight was with Travis Brown, Ronda Rousey's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Husband, yeah.
and he just there's a bit where he's like, and I look in the front row and I see Will Smith and I see like Leonardo DiCaprio and then I see my ex-girlfriend and I'm just like, enjoy the show, bitch. And then he just gets knocked out by Travis Brown. It's really good. You've just distracted from my story. Well done. You're the winner of the podcast this week, Maffew. Well done, mate. You're the best one.
I was listening to the
Bury
story.
him. No, you weren't. You were pricking about with a little puppet of me.
That's because I like you.
Dude,
If I didn't like you, I think I'd have
let's
my
do
hand
the,
up your
let's
ass.
do-
It's a sign of good faith.
No, I got really irritated then. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologise.
I'm sorry, Jack. Are
No,
you
it's
okay?
fine. No, I'm all right. Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
It's Friday tomorrow. It's fine.
It is. And then
Or
Saturday.
today at the day of recording.
Where else? Yes. And then tomorrow will be Saturday. Where I'll see you drinking and Rise.
No.
Everything will be all right.
No, because
We're the kids in America.
Whoa.
Yay! See, everything's all right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
All right. Sorry, I was having a domestic but for a second. So, as this goes off the rails, thank you very much for listening and watching to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
Yes.
This has been Ross.
Thank you, Maffew, for your company today. It means a lot.
No, I get to do that to Jack. You're going to do that to me. Jack?
I've got something to plug.
Oh.
Our mate, friend of the channel, Ross Gilroy, Gilly, is the bassist in a band, and I'm just going to give his band a shout out. At Home Truths Music on Twitter. They are a band like tailored to my music taste. They're just like, we're on the beach and we're having fun in the summer. It's like that sort of stuff. Oh. So yeah, Maffew.
That was a good impression. I like it. Is that how you sing?
It's how I would if I was in a band anymore.
You're just a boy, you enjoy boy. Anyway, I'm Maffew, and I'm going to plug NCL, North Wrestling. So this weekend.
Ho Ho Lun's on the go.
Ho Ho Lun. Yes, that's right, folks. Ho Ho Lun.
Good
be there. You know, could be there.
I'm busy this weekend. I would have loved to have done a straight to hell with him. Because he does speak good English. I watched an interview with him in the Performance Centre. And I didn't know he opened the first ever wrestling promotion in Hong Kong.
I've heard that.
He's a big boy in Hong Kong.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Ho Ho Lun. Yes, there'll also some other wrestlers there. And I'll be there. And hopefully you'll be there. But no matter what you do this weekend, as always, like and subscribe us on YouTube. And also, if you'd like to give us money, please go to
Patreon.com/Cultaholic.
That was almost seamless. And as always, join us.
You're going to get him to do the thing? Okay.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe, and don't forget, join us